Good afternoon, Collin County Democrats. Are you ready to lead? Collin County Democrats, are you ready to lead? Are you ready for a new direction in Washington? My name is Melancon. You want to say Melancon? That's okay. It looks like that. My daddy was in the service for 27 years, and one day, that's right, U.S. military, let's give our veterans a hand. My daddy was in the service for 27 years, and one day when I was smart enough, and we'd go back to his home in Raceland, Louisiana, and I said, Daddy, how come we're Melancon when we travel around, but we're Melancon when we go back to your mother's house? And he said, well, that's because the first day I was on the parade ground, I was the last one left, and the sergeant looked at me and he said, what's your name, boy? And my daddy said, Yves Melancon. The sergeant said, how you spell that? And my dad said, Y-V-S M-E-L-A-N-C-O-N. Sergeant looked down the list and he said, that's Melancon, boy, and don't you ever forget it. So as a college professor, I've been able to keep my name. We live in Sherman, Texas. I finished a PhD from LSU in 1995. My wife, Jackie, is a school counselor. She works at a middle school in Denison. Our two boys attend Sherman Public Schools. Oldest son is a junior in high school. My youngest son is in 8th grade. I've got a well-paying job. My wife's got a well-paying job. We've got affordable health care. We've got steady, bright future ahead of us. It's everything that my daddy taught me is important for an American family. That if you work hard, you play by the rules, you get the benefits of being an American. Jim Hightower likes to say, we all do better when we all do better. And right now, that's right. And right now, we can look around America and we know we're not doing better. I don't know what's your story. Each of us has a personal story. Why are you here today? Because let me ask, how many people have attended more than 2 Democratic Party functions in Collin County in the last year? Two or more. There you go. Look at that. How many people, this is your first time to be here? Look at that. I tell you what, let's give each other a round of applause for being here today. Because you are the future. You are the leaders of a new generation of Texas Democrats. You are the ones who are going to make it happen. You are the ones who are going to make it better for all of us. Because when we all do better, we all do better. The Constitution starts with a very simple phrase, we the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union. You see, we as Democrats believe in we, not me. We believe in we. We are the American people. We are the future. We are this government, and we will lead. So look around you. You're going to see the future city councilmen. You're going to see the future county commissioners. You're going to see the future school board members. You're going to see the people that are going to make sure that this government works for all of us, in all the people. And I don't know what your story is. Maybe it was when George Bush and his cronies took Terry Schiavo and used her as a political tool to divide a family and to push a political agenda. I don't know what your story is, but maybe it's when they passed the No Child Left Behind bill and left all of our children behind. You see, I don't know what your story is. Maybe you're here because when they passed the Clean Sky Initiative, they put more pollution, more mercury, more particles, more gunk in our air. Maybe when they passed the Healthy Forest Initiative that said we're going to cut down trees in order to save them. You see, these people are crazy. You know it. I got involved in local politics in Grayson County when our county commissioners started to save money by cutting HMMR, health and mental services, for the least among us. Then they decided to save money and they cut Meals on Wheels for our elderly. Then they decided to save money by cutting books in our library and cut off our libraries so our children couldn't read and couldn't learn. But what really turned it around for me was watching New Orleans drown. See, I went to high school in New Orleans. I've got family there. I've got friends there. I know the good, solid people that are there. And the people that were left behind were our poor. They were our elderly. They were the weakest among us. And for 4 days, Americans were without food. For 4 days, Americans were without shelter. And for 4 days, Americans were without water, while the soulless government of the United States of America stood by and did nothing while Americans drowned. It's wrong. We need a new direction.